This is the most expensive bottle of gel that I have ever used. And I am going to tell you 5 things you should know if you're thinking about buying this, what it does, what it doesn't do, and make sure this is the right fit for you. I'm going to show you how I apply it to my tight curly hair. This is actually day 3 of a wash and go that I did using this in conjunction with another styler. And I have footage of me applying this so you can see what it looks like, the application day 1 and then like day 1.5. So after it was dry, like first thing in the morning, what that process all looks like. So if you want to know more about the most expensive gel I ever used, before you go out and spend your coin, keep watching. Hi, my name is Mimi and welcome to my channel Untwisted. I just want to talk a little bit about the brand Trepadora. It was actually founded by a woman of color in the UK who used to import products from the US over to her shop. You got something good on that side of the pond? Let me go ahead and bring it to this side of the pond and get it to the girls. So the first thing you should know is the size. So this size that I'm holding in my hand is a 300 milliliter bottle. Which translates to about 10.2 ounces. If you've previously purchased Trepadora, you'll know that they did a rebranding. So this size is a new size. So it's smaller than the largest size they used to sell, but larger than the smaller size they had. So this size is in the middle. So between 200 and 500 is this 300 milliliter size. So when I first went to the website, I got sticker shock because I was like, I saw the price of the gel and I just assumed that in the smaller bottle it was the same size as the 200 milliliter I used to get, but it's bigger than that, so it's more expensive. I imagine that they might come out with like the travel size and the salon size as they kind of rev up. But right now, the 300 milliliter size is the only size they have available. And the reason I think they'll probably come back out with the bigger size is because like a salon size or just like a bigger, more value priced size, because that 500 milliliter used to be like a better value than the 200 milliliter. But I believe they might come back out with something like that. Well, mainly because I know stateside, a lot of the people who sell this bamboo ginseng glaze are salons. The second thing you should know about the new Trepadora bamboo ginseng glaze is that the pump is not standard anymore. So the standard packaging now is a flip cap. The flip cap is standard, the pump is an add-on, and they did that just to be more environmentally friendly. So the pump is made to be reusable. So when you're done with, this, you don't have to buy a pump. So you can use the flip cap as is, or if you decide to buy a pump, it's meant to use between the same product. So take it out of one bamboo ginseng glaze, put it into another bamboo ginseng glaze. So you're not supposed to wash it in between. It's supposed to go from one to the same type of product into the next same type of product. So you're not supposed to like take this and mix it with like a different gel or a different style. So it's meant to be reusable with the same product. So that's the second thing you should know about the new rebranding of this Trepadora bamboo ginseng glaze. The third thing you should know about Trepadora bamboo ginseng glaze is that this is a UK-based manufacturer and their prices on their website are in pounds. Okay, so Great Britain pounds, like one Great Britain pound is like the exchange rate. Just know the exchange rate. So 30 pounds is going to be like $40. So that's why when you see Trepadora bamboo ginseng glaze on the US site or even my site, we could be selling it for the same price when you take into account the exchange rates, but it's going to look like it costs more. So that's the third thing you should know, is that this gel is the most expensive product that I've ever used. And because of the exchange rate, it seems like you're paying more for it in the US than you would in the UK. So that's the third thing you should know, is the price. If you've made it this far and I've given you some good information, I need you to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that, because once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. And if you can't tell by this bougie gel that this channel's a wee bit bougie, it's gonna be good. So if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. And the fourth thing I want to talk about this gel is application. because in order to get the most out of this gel, I have to use it with another styler. The other styler that I use this with on a regular basis is Curly Magic by Uncle Funky's. I use Uncle Funky's and water to get the most out of this product. Okay, because it's bougie, it's imported, and it's concentrated. So I use Curly Magic to help distribute this throughout my hair. So the next half of this video is just going to be application and just like a peek at what it looks like on day 1 and day 2. I apply Curly Magic in the shower and make sure my hair is soaking wet with water. Water is the least expensive styler in my wash day, so I make the water do most of the work. Followed by Uncle Funky's, which is a lot less expensive than the bamboo ginseng glaze. So that's what I have in my hair, soaking heavy with water, then using the Curly Magic to kind of get those curls together. And that's the foundation for bamboo ginseng glaze. So then I go ahead and with just a pump, 1 pump of the bamboo ginseng glaze per I use like 2 or 3 pumps around my whole head, but I work in sections. I take the pump and I work it through and just rake it, smooth it, make sure I get a coating all over. And for this application, I had a bottle of the old Trepadora bamboo ginseng glaze, and I want to compare the old one to the new one. On one side of my head, I use the old Trepadora bamboo ginseng glaze, like the old packaging. And on the other side, I went ahead and used the new one. Now, I did notice that the ingredients were a little bit different, but it wasn't anything major like when Curly Magic changed their ingredients. So it looks like the same, pretty much it's the same, but there's no like key ingredients that I noticed were gone, or nothing that was added that wasn't, there's no major changes that caught my eye. And also when I was applying it, I didn't notice any major differences. It does smell a little different. The old one has a more sweet smell to it. The newer one has a slightly lemony smell to it. It's similar. Like when I first opened this one and smelled it, like if I didn't have the other old bottle next to me, I wouldn't have noticed the difference. It's very subtle, but they do smell a little bit different. But the consistency is the same. The application is the same. And yeah, so I worked that through my soaking wet hair. And then the reason I like bamboo ginseng glaze is because it dries fast. Curly Magic takes forever and a day to dry. For this set, I actually only had like 20-30 minutes under the dryer. So I went ahead and my hair was dry to the touch. So like I know underneath that if it was a humid day, like it would have puffed up, but it was a beautiful spring day. 20-30 minutes under the beautiful spring day with like very normal humidity. So I only sat under the dryer for 20-30 minutes and let the cast form. Once that cast is formed, like it looks flat, so I didn't want to fluff it out too much. So I just went ahead and not mess with it too much. I was okay with it being flat because it was later in the day. I was just going to make dinner or something. So I let that cast. I didn't need to be cute until the next day. So 20-30 minutes under the dryer. Let that cast form, and I know it's going to continue to dry overnight, but nothing was still soaking wet. So for my styler, I only use water, Curly Magic, bamboo ginseng glaze. And these were the results when I first came from underneath the dryer. And silly me, I fell asleep without covering my head, or before getting the footage of when it was fully dry. So this is kind of when I woke up in the middle of the night, and it was like 90% dry by that point. It was still flat because I didn't do anything to scrunch out the cast. But you'll see I still have definition, even though I fell asleep on it without tying my hair up or anything. And that's why I like it. It's a stronghold gel. Yes. And then I also took, so that was like day 1.5. So day 1 was when I first came from underneath the dryer. Day 1.5 was about like 8 hours or so after I did my set and sat under the dryer. And this is a day 3 set that I fluffed out, and I've been pretty rough on it, but it's just curly. Oh, I air dried this set. This set is actually air dried, so I didn't even sit under the dryer with this. So that's why I like bamboo ginseng glaze, because it starts to dry, it starts to form that cast easily But it also doesn't dry your hair out. I mean, my hair doesn't look dry. It's still got movement. The cast is almost gone, but my hair is still behaving hydrated. It's still behaving like it's hydrated. I love it. I love this stuff, which is why I'm bringing it to my shop for you guys. So that's the fourth thing. It's just application. I know I'm going fast, so if you have any other questions about the bamboo ginseng glaze application process or anything else, you can go ahead and leave that down below. And the fifth thing you should know about bamboo ginseng glaze is performance. Like I said, day 3 here, still hydrated, still got some definition, some frizz, but this is about as far as I go because I normally wash my hair at least twice a week. I can't get to day 3 with any other gel that I've tried. Using the wash and go method I learned from Black Girl Curls, I haven't been able to get past day 3 with anything, and this day 3 here looks pretty darn good. I'm impressed. Like, I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder like, hey. And I need a cut. So I like the way my hair behaves with this gel. It's stronghold, but it has nourishing ingredients. And fortunately, the ingredient lists on the back of them are not identical anymore. But there's nothing like I said that stands out to me. Yes. So if you have any questions about bamboo ginseng glaze, go ahead and leave them down below. I will leave the link to my shop, which will be opening soon. Like, I have everything set up and ready to go. So my next video is just going to be featuring the other gel I use from Trepadora, which is papaya slip. I'm just going to show you guys how I use that. And then shortly after that, I'm going to hit everybody that signed up from the email list with the notification that the shop is open. And since y'all the first ones to patronize my shop, I'm going to make sure I have a good deal for y'all. So if you haven't tried this, and you want to get the value, that's at least one of the things I want to get. I want to take care of the people who supported me when I started up. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.